Hello, welcome to our social media live on Friday from our office at Bethany Travel in Millsboro, Delaware.
That's right.
Beautiful day out, so looking forward to another gorgeous weekend.
Yeah, that's right. Happy Friday, everyone. We love doing these Friday lives, and we try to bring new information and get you excited about travel because
Yes.
right now there are a lot of people that are excited about travel.
There are keeping us busy, so thank you very much.
That's right. That's right. So today, usually what we do on Fridays, we try to inform you about the latest and greatest deals or things that we booked to maybe get you inspired, or maybe it's a group trip get you inspired. But what we try to do is bring a different topic each week so it's not redundant, and that way you're learning something, and that way maybe you are getting inspired about a destination that you've thought about or that's on your bucket list, but maybe you just didn't know that Bethany Travel booked it.
Yes.
And I, like Cindy always says, we book the world.
We do.
And we are very confident in a lot of places, and we want to make sure it's the right vacation for you. So wow, what a week.
I know they go by so fast. So
They do. I feel like we just got back from
I think that's
Jamaica.
because you're busy and you love your job, but they go by really, really fast.
That's true. Yeah, I feel like we got back from Jamaica and it's just been full speed ahead since then.
And August is coming, so yeah.
Yep. So let's start off this week by let's touch on maybe some things that were exciting to you that you booked with some clients this week, and then I'll go because I have some really cool trips that we did. So we'll
ways captivating mind for next looks. So excited to do that for them. I booked 2 longtime guests. They thought they wanted to go to South Coast in February. I grabbed 2 rooms for them just because they thought they wanted to go. Booked them because now those rooms are a nice trip in February to South Coast. Royal Barbados, people looking further out for a 30th birthday, November 27th. Book those, so they're guaranteed. They got the room they wanted. They put down their refundable deposit. They're all set. And then a last minute booking for November of this year to Sandals Dunn's River. So we had to kind of pick and choose dates, but we found something that worked for them and got them all booked for Dunn's River.
Yes. So let's talk real quick before I go, because that's such a great point. Things that were, low in inventory and you were able to grab them. And then let's just talk real quick before I go about what that process looks like and what do we need from someone if they're interested. And then
get a little bit more book sandals just a week than you get if you online. Of course, if you book online, you can always turn it over to us within 30 days, and we'll touch on that again at the end.
Yeah.
But these clients had been longtime clients, and they had wanted to go to South Coast. Of course, they were supposed to go last year. They got hit by the hurricane, so we sent them to Barbados, which they love. But they were like, we're really thinking we might like to go to South Coast in February or March. So I already had their names and dates of birth, which is what we need. I looked through the inventory. I kind of know what kind of rooms they like. So there were 2 left in inventory. So I just put them on a 1-week courtesy hold, thinking ahead for them. So I reached out to them and said, look, I've got these on hold for you. If you don't want to do it these dates or it doesn't work out for you, that's fine. I'll let them go. But they wanted them. And, before the hold was over, they were like, okay, we want business class air, and we got it all tied up. So the only thing we need to put a room on a courtesy hold for you for a week and guarantee the prices and the availability, because it does go quick, is just your names and dates of birth.
That's right.
If you're an existing client, we already have that. So just send us a thing and say, hey, I'm thinking about going. Sometimes if we see 1 room left or 2 rooms left, we just put it on hold for you, because there's nothing worse than you deciding 3 days later, I think I want that trip, and now it's gone. So we put it on hold.
Yeah, we like to put it on hold, but then that still allows us the ability to still go get the promotion of whatever it may be out there.
Oh, I registered for the spa credit, and then they added on, which I think you're going to touch on later, they added on an air credit. So before I even booked their air, Sandals is paying $300 of their air per couple to go to Jamaica. So they were going to pay it they were going to pay the air price anyway. Now they save $300 $300 a couple with the new air promotion.
Yeah, no, that's great. So again, we can put anything really. It doesn't really matter the trip, but depending on what the cruise line or all inclusive, we can put something on hold just so you can lock in that pricing so it
Yeah.
doesn't change. And that allows you a little bit more time where you
Mhm.
don't feel so rushed,
Yeah.
whether you're in here in the office with us or a phone call, Zoom call, whatever it may be. If you love that category, if it's low inventory, allow us to put it on hold for you, names, date of birth,
Yep.
and then you have essentially anywhere from 3 to 7 days to really think about it if that's what you want.
Yeah, vacation, especially some of the luxury vacations we're booking, it's not a quick
That's
decision. So
right.
we never want to rush you. We want to get it on hold so that we know we have it for you. But then we want to give you, depending on the supplier, how many days they'll let us hold it. But that gives you time to think about it, talk about it, maybe talk about it at night when you're not busy and you're not at work and trying to make a decision. But we never like to have you make a split-second decision. We want you to think it through, and then we can go on with the planning.
Yeah, no, that's great. So for me, I had some really unique bookings this week,
Mhm.
and it's been absolutely fun to work with our clients on them. And I did 2 custom grease trips.
Wow.
So outside of being like a guided tour or whatnot, we work with a certain vendor that helps us with custom grease. So they're doing Athens, Santorini, Paros, and other little small islands
Uh-huh.
that you may not think about that are truly beach islands. And they are going there, staying in a hotel, true relaxation,
Mhm.
all the transfers, the ferry
Nice.
rides, everything absolutely covered. So it's been fun to work with those 2 clients. I also did a really fun Amtrak vacation train across country
Wow.
to Yellowstone National Park,
Uh-huh.
where they're going to be staying in Yellowstone, but they're not traveling by motor coach or by air. They're catching the train Amtrak in
Nice.
Chicago and going across country on the Amtrak, and that it looks like an amazing trip,
Uh-huh.
something very unique and kind of cool. And the last one, outside of our standard Viking and sandals and all that, but the last one was a Colette Christmas market land tour.
Ooh, okay.
So you've heard us talk multiple times about the Viking or Ama River Cruise Christmas
Mhm.
market, where this client, they've already done the Rhine and Danube on a standard.
Mhm.
They wanted to, and really wasn't Christmas market, it was a standard trip, but they wanted to go back and experience the Christmas markets and stay in the Christmas market
Yeah,
towns
nice.
and really immerse that because they love
Mhm.
Christmas. So I thought that was another unique trip where they're not on the boat doing the Christmas markets. They are actually in the towns with Colette
Yeah.
doing the Christmas market trips. It looked like another great itinerary. So those are just a few outside of our normal sandals and
Yeah. And
beaches.
that's
And
great because if somebody says, no, I don't want to do the cruise, but I want to do, this, and this, a lot of times we can find an escort at land tour, like I did for Italy, that you're going to do the same. But I can truly say on the land tour, it is a little bit more fast paced, but you're going to see a lot more
more.
because you are staying in those cities for at least 2 nights and guiding their, doing all the tours and stuff. So that's a little bit more immersive.
Yeah.
So it's a great that we have options for whatever you want to do.
Yeah, I think the transition a little bit, but along with that is the fact that I think a lot of people are. I think I've said this a couple weeks ago, are starting to really listen to us about planning ahead
Hmm.
and last minute trips of like, hey, where can I go?
Yeah.
And boom, here's as long as you're flexible,
Yeah.
here's where you can go. But really starting to plan, a lot of 27, a lot of 28 trips that
Hmm.
are being planned with us here at the office,
Yeah.
and it's exciting to see the excitement of the clients.
Yeah.
So, oh my gosh, I'm doing my dream trip to Australia in
Yes.
2027, and or I'm going to Ireland or
Hmm.
whatever it may be. It's fun to see the excitement of the planning where it's just not like, oh, I'm going tomorrow. I need to
Uh-huh.
pack my bags.
Yeah.
So really think about where is on your destination list, and let's start planning that ahead because a
Mhm.
lot of times we can plan to 2028
Yep.
right now.
Yep. And we get a lot of emails that just come into my email from our website. A lot of people are like, where can I go that I don't need a passport, but I want all inclusive? It's not going to happen,
Yeah.
So unfortunately, we're like, get that passport, open up the world. We have so many Caribbean destinations that you want all
Yep.
inclusive, easy to get to, 3.5 hour flight from here. But so many people are like, okay, I want to go to St. Thomas, or I want to go a place I don't need a passport. It's just, you can definitely go there. It's beautiful, but you are going to pay as you go. So it's kind of like going to Ocean City and
Yeah.
staying in a condo and paying for all your meals and your drinks and, going out to restaurants and stuff like that. So get the passport. But a lot of times we say that, and it's such an easy process. And they're good for 10 years. So like I said, get the passport and open up all those different islands and things, and just Europe. I mean, everything, the world's just open up to you then.
Yeah, and so if you saw our social media earlier in the week, we posted some of the reimagined sandals, the
Mhm.
3 that are
Yeah.
opening up later this year. The really nice thing is too, if you also saw one of my clients that were in here, they're getting ready to go to Curacao. They're like, "Hey, can I apply this summer sale and air credit to my my booking?" And actually, Sandals has been generous enough to extend the air credit
Mhm.
to the 3 resorts in
Yes.
Jamaica.
Mhm.
So if you've looked at airfare lately, you know
Yeah.
it's a little high. But what Sandals is doing is they're giving you an air credit. I know
Mhm.
your clients, you
Yeah, and
said it
they're
earlier.
extending it not to the end of the year.
That's
They're
right.
extending it into 27, which is what we really needed. What I suggested, and
Yeah.
they listen. So like I said, they do listen to advisors. But we said, people need this air credit for 27. People like to get out of here in February and March, and that the air credit just wasn't available now for those three: Sandals South Coast, Montego Bay, and
Caribbean
Caribbean
K.
Key. It takes
K.
me a while to get
Yep.
used to name changes, but they are giving that $300 air credit. So you were going to book the air anyway, you were going to pay for it, you might as well get $300 off now.
Yeah, and so a little plug here. If you want to come with us in February for the Super
Yeah,
Bowl and Valentine's Day, the air credit does apply to that.
it does. Yes.
So it's going
And
to
what
be
better? I'm so excited. I mean, what better than watching the Super Bowl? I have never in my life been on a resort with the Super Bowl. I'm not a huge football fan, but of course I like the parties and all the stuff that
yeah.
goes along with it. And I've had clients every year sending me pictures like, Cindy, look at this great setup they're doing. Look at like the parties and all this stuff. So I am happy to say I will be at the Super Bowl in Montego Bay this year.
That's right. Well, she is coming with us, so we're excited to have her join our group. But
Yes.
to kind of round this out, we do have some last minute group space for our 2 trips in November. I have 5 groups or 5 spaces left on our Curacao group.
Mhm.
Now, with that being said, that closes Wednesday.
Okay. Yeah.
So if you are interested, please email us over the weekend or today if you are interested in going to Curacao
And that's 5
with us.
rooms, 5 couples.
5 rooms. Yep. 5 couples, November 14th to the 21st, right before the holiday. Come down to Curacao with us. Flights are actually pretty reasonably
That's good, yeah.
priced right now. We have a group of about 40 of us going.
Nice.
So it's
That'll
going
be
to be a
fun.
fun group.
And you're outside of the hurricane belt, so don't even worry about the hurricane.
Exactly. And then also Kelly has 2 more spots left on our Carnival Thanksgiving cruise. So put your pans away, put your everything away, bring your family on board the Carnival cruise that Kelly and Tammy from the office are going to be going on right out of Norfolk, Virginia. So not too far from here from
Yes.
Delaware.
Mhm.
No flight needed. Drive, park, hop on the cruise with Kelly and Tammy and have yourself a good
Yeah,
old time.
celebrate the holiday, whether it's just you and your significant other or you and your family. Leave the cooking and the cleaning and all the prepping. I'll guarantee you'll have the most amazing Thanksgiving ever.
Yep, that's great. So stay tuned. We are working on an event here to learn about our 2027 dates, and I'm planning our 2028 group trips.
Mhm.
So we're thinking about having a night here. It'll be pretty soon. We think about if you are interested in American National Parks, you're interested in Australia, Ireland, you can come here. We'll have our representative from Colette here, giving a little presentation and going a little bit more in depth of what you would be doing in those
Mhm.
destinations. Because we get asked a lot, hey, I'm
Yeah.
interested in this group trip, but I need to know more information.
Yeah.
Well, this will be your time to come learn from Brian, from Colette, and we're excited to have that event here and plan it. So stay tuned to our social media pages as we will be releasing that date here soon.
Yeah, and just one more note on the group trips. I had people call and they want to do the American National Parks, but they missed out on, they didn't get to go in May, and our group in September
Yeah,
is
that's getting ready to
full,
leave.
and
Yeah.
they don't want to wait. So don't worry. We can find, hopefully, I'm working on that now, space with Colette for just you and your husband to go on that same tour. You'll be with a group, just not a group from Bethany Travel, but I can tell you, it'll be so easy. So if the dates of our group trips don't work for you,
That's
or
right.
it's full, it's already passed, don't give up on the idea. Let us know, and we'll try to find space for you so that you can do the same thing as our groups are doing, just on a different date.
That's right. So that was a lot of information, and
was.
happy Friday, everyone. It's going to be a beautiful weekend, I think. And I hope everyone has a great weekend and spend some time with your family and friends, and get outside.
Yep.
And we're going to end it like we always do.
The internet's for looking.
Bethany Travels for booking. Thanks, everybody.
Have a great weekend.